Hi everyone, this week's vlog is going to be a continuation of last week's vlog. Specifically, I'm going to go over a couple more travel tips and then my lessons learned, and then I'll just go through the rest of my week as normal. Thank you for watching. Here's a quick recap from last week. Get a good suitcase, get a good backpack, stay in hostels, invest in public transport passes, leave some extra room in your suitcase, have a food budget, get good walking shoes, drink lots of water, book your stays in advance, keep travel restrictions in mind, get some local currency, and lastly, do some tours. A lot of cities also have little tourist passes. As an example, Rome has what's called the Roma Pass, where you get one free attraction as well as discounted attractions, and this could include museums. This isn't necessary, but I highly recommend you document whatever it is that you're doing because it's something you can look back upon. You're obviously never going to forget the experience. However, it's so nice to be able to go back and look at your thoughts and remember how you experience things. So you can do this whether it's through pictures, through videos, writing in a journal. I honestly recommend all of it. It's so fun. If you're going to be traveling a lot from country to country or from city to city, I suggest taking a couple of books with you. It does take a little bit of time to get from place to place, so you're going to have plenty of time to read a lot of books, or if movies or TV shows are your thing, I would recommend having some stuff downloaded to read or to watch. Another thing that I do recommend, if you want to get a cheap flight somewhere, I do recommend getting a travel credit card. As an example, I'm going to use American Express because I know they're good. They work with Delta and Delta's pretty good. So if you get an American Express card like you see here, a lot of them have deals where if you spend $2,000 within 3 months, they'll give you 70,000 bonus miles. In the States, that's like 3 free flights. So use that information as you will. Chances are you're going to be spending that money anyways on just rent alone. It will give you a free flight, and if not, it'll give you a very cheap flight. I guess moving more now into things I learned about myself. Something I learned about myself is that I'm a bit tough. Maybe not tough, resilient, I would say is the word. I went to Europe with the attitude that I was gonna have a good time no matter what happened. I would have loved to go with a friend or two, Isaac. I definitely would have enjoyed having some friends there, and so when I met Enrique and Amadeo, coolest dudes ever, I had so much fun hanging out with them. My best experiences, I would say, were when I was walking around with my friends. I was happy to be in Madrid with them. They were so awesome. It's just a completely different experience as compared to traveling alone. So that's something to keep in mind. When you're traveling alone, you may or may not feel alone. I definitely felt alone. I'd be walking around and I'd see like friends walking around together, or I'd see couples walking around together. And so just seeing that, I'm like, wow, I'm the only one here by myself, which again makes things a little bit hard, but I guess that ties back into the resiliency thing. No matter what, I decided I was gonna have a good time. So even if I was feeling lonely, or if I was maybe feeling like jealous of other people, like and their friends and whatever they were doing, I was gonna have a good time no matter what. And that's something I think you should do when you're traveling. Just get that into your mind from the very beginning, that no matter what happens, you're gonna have a good time. I had an awful time with American Airlines trying to get to Europe and trying to come back, but that's never gonna take away from the fact that I had so much fun in Europe. I think another thing that maybe I didn't quite learn about myself, but just kind of like reinforced in myself, is the fact that I'm gonna say adventurous. I'm probably more of a bit of a homebody, to be honest, but I love going out. Like I love when my friends invite me out, and I say no a lot of the time because I'm always so busy, unfortunately. So I'm sorry for saying no a lot of the time, but I don't mind taking risks. I don't mind investing my time into something that may not pan out for me. I'm also not afraid to try things on my own, and I think that's well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. I think sometimes I am afraid to try things on my own, but just because I'm afraid doesn't mean I'm not gonna try it. I think that's maybe a big part of what made the trip so good for me, was the fact that I was willing to take on any fears that I had just head on. The best way to build confidence is to take on hard things. It doesn't have to be like impossible things, but do hard stuff, because hard stuff builds character and hard stuff gives you grit, and that makes you tougher. And it also makes it easier for you to take on harder things, take on scary things and face your fears. So I don't know, this has been all over the place. I'm just kind of rambling on and on and on. I just woke up from a nap. I am so tired. Honestly, like readjusting back to normal time is difficult for me right now. But anyways, I finally got around to getting an office chair. I am starting to put it together now, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. And this is what my chair looks like. It's super comfy, which I'm very happy about. I've been editing all day, but I think it's Christmas. All right, let's hear it. Your initial thoughts on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Absolutely sucked. I hated every minute of it. I can't believe I went and spent money.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
It was so bad.
Just kidding. We actually liked the movie.
Yeah, we did. It was good, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a good one. Yeah, good. Could use a little bit of improvement, but it was a pretty good movie. I got some new side tables, so I'm gonna put them together and show you what they look like. This is how things look like now. Got one end table, got a middle one, and then one more. Let me know if you think they look good. This is such a cheesy joke, but I wanted to say it because it's spring. What did spring say when it was in trouble? May Day. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I heard a motivational quote a little bit earlier today and I wanted to share it with you. It's by George Eliot, and the quote itself is, "It's never too late to be who you might have been." And it really resonated with me just because sometimes I think to myself, man, what if I'd done this differently? Or what if I would have done this differently? How could things be different in my life? Could I be in a different job, a different position? And sometimes I think to myself, maybe I don't have the abilities to be in this position, so I shouldn't even try and pursue it. So that's why I think this quote is powerful, because it kind of breaks that mindset that you can do it. It's never too late to do something new. It's never too late to do something different. So if you've been wanting to try something new, hopefully that quote inspires you to go out and try something new. I'm gonna head to the gym in about an hour, but I wanted to quickly show off HelloFresh. Not that I'm sponsored or anything, but they have a bunch of cool meals, a bunch of free little coupons and stuff like that. I made this one, which is pretty good. It's a little pricey, but I'm keeping track of the recipe just so I can buy ingredients on my own. Otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good deal. I've had this puzzle with me for a while now, so I figured I'd actually build it. It's only 100 pieces, so hopefully this is pretty quick. And this is the end product. Today's my first day of trying something new. I'm gonna be starting a podcast with my friends, and so we're gonna give it a trial run, see if we like it, see how we vibe, see what we can do to just share our thoughts. I had some help and I got a lot of stuff set up, and we should hopefully be good to go.
Can you flip this?
I still have the one you gave me.
I think it works for different people.
It's time to get my teeth whitened again. I'm gonna say this every time I go. You have to come to Soft Touch Smiles in Bountiful because it's awesome. Jesse's so good. Like, look, my teeth are looking white as ever. How's it going, everyone? It's Saturday, which is awesome. You've made it to the end of the week. I have been so busy this week. I've been doing a ton of editing. As you saw in the video, I started a weekly podcast with my friends. It's called Friends with Benefits, and it's linked down in the description below. I'm working pretty hard to get our first video edited and out next week, and then we'll see if we can develop a good routine from there. I'm also going to be posting on the Loft 801 channel, also in the description below. So I've been doing a lot to get these channels up and running, staying up until 2:30 just editing. But it's been a wonderful week, and I'm really excited to start these channels and share some more of me with you. So if you're interested in seeing some more of me and my friends, then subscribe to those channels and you'll get a lot more of us. Other than that, I just wanted to quickly say thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate the support.
And when people say random stuff, you can never say random stuff.
You can't. No, you can't say random stuff. You know what you can say? Random stuff.
Yeah.